Yes, welcome again. My name is Geoffrey, and today we are going to look at The Samaritan by John Lara. What we're going to discuss is a question that we call an essay question, and this essay question is technology is a double edged sword using illustrations from John Lara's The Samaritan support the above statement or argument. So this one is 20 marks. What is required of a candidate is that you have to analyze the question first of all before you know what the question or the examiner requires. To analyze the question, first of all, we have to understand the statement that we are given. The statement is technology is a double edged sword. That is the statement. And we have to understand what this statement is all about. To begin with, we have the word technology and we have double edged sword. So we have to understand how, according to this book, The Samaritan by John Lara, how technology is acting as a double edged sword. But now, this is a thematic question. That the question is bringing out the theme of technology. But this theme of technology, we do not talk about it plainly. We have to go straight and look at how this technology uh, is bringing out the essence of acting as a double-edged sword, that it has to cut on both sides, which means that technology does not spare any side, does not spare anyone. It acts as a double-edged sword. And remember, uh, this particular question or this particular technology that is being referred to is the realization of the Samaritan app. The Samaritan app is discovered at Sagrada Secondary School by the two students, that is Alvita and Montan. So when this particular app is realized and innovated, that is where we get to know that technology is considered as a double edged sword. And that is where it begins, the realization of the Samaritan app by the two students at Sagrada Secondary School. So, looking at this question now, we must understand that when writing this particular essay, because we understand that the marks are 20, whenever the marks is given, we have to notice that the first thing to do is to write a good introduction. The introduction paragraph is normally 2 marks. So for you to write a good introduction paragraph, you have to go to the question and look at the theme that is coming out. Then from there, you can be able to come up with a good introduction. You can decide to use, we have 3 types of introduction paragraphs that you can have, but it is good that you choose one of them. Like we have the general introduction, there's what we call contextual introduction or specific introduction, and then we have the general versus contextual type of introduction. I have chosen to use the general type of introduction in my case. For example, I can say, to begin with, I can say that modern technology growth has really affected the world. Many people have been affected by the fast digital knowledge, either positively or negatively. That is my general introduction. Then, when I go to the body to write the points, when I talk about the points regarding to this question, I can talk of technology. I can begin by saying that the innovation of the Samaritan app in Maracas municipality make most leaders such as Mayor Mosi to experience sleepless nights This is because their corrupt deeds are exposed through the Samaritan app. Secondly, I can say that Mayor Morsi declines to launch the Samaritan app at Sagrada Secondary School and to also award the two students who innovate the Samaritan app. It terms the Samaritan as a platform for misinformation, lies, and witch hunt. We can also say that in their play within a play, Alvita and Montano mention intelligent robots that would replace humanity at work in various activities and departments, such as in courts, to give a free and fair judgment. This would stop the corrupt judges from practicing their hobby. I hope it is well understood as I have illustrated. I can give also another point as like this. The two students also talk about the role of digital pigeonholes where the citizens or the so-called the Samaritans would be giving information or voluntary information about leaders. This is meant to expose corruption conducted by leaders from various departments. Uh, I think that point is also clear. I can also give another point that Alvita talks of people's freedom to take photos of illegal activities that degrade the environment, after which they are posted on the digital pigeonholes. This would hold the leaders and any other responsible person into account. Uh, I think when after writing those particular points, it is so crucial that you write points giving examples from the book. After giving those examples, then the points will be well connected. You must understand that having a chronological flow of events in your mind after reading the book, it gives you the points that you need. So after writing a few points like that, you can also come up with a good conclusion. You can come up with a good conclusion, but before you write a conclusion, it is good that you have to understand that when looking at this particular question, you are to look at how does technology affect both leaders and citizens as well. That this particular technology that we are talking about in this particular book is the innovation of the Samaritan app. How does the Samaritan app affect both leaders and citizens? How does it affect them either positively or negatively? But in most cases, this when we talk about a double-edged sword, it means that the way it can affect both leaders and citizens in a negative way or in a positive way. So we have tried to look at, first we have looked at how this particular innovation affects the leadership beginning from mayor or the municipal leader who is the mayor of Maracas municipality, Mayor Mosi, who also calls oneself Mosi or Atunya, which means the smoke that thunders. So Mayor Mosi is affected highly during the launching of this app, which does not happen due to his decision that the app should not continue due to its uh, witch hunt realization that he terms it as a witch hunt, which should not be launched in the municipality because of the misinformation that it will be giving about the leaders, the lies, and other issues that will affect leadership in Maracas municipality. Uh, then we have also talked about, in this particular question, we have talked about in the play within a play that is displayed by the two students, that is Alvita and Montano. when they talk about the intelligent robots, that those intelligent robots would replace people like the judges in courts because they are termed as corrupt. And the realization of the robots would replace them and hence ending their corrupt nature. So it means that they will not continue to do their corruption due to the realization of the robots which would take their place. We have also looked at another point from the two students' skit. That is, they talk about the digital pigeonholes. That the citizens would give information, they would take photos and videos of illegal or illicit activities from the surroundings uh, concerning leaders and any other responsible citizen who would be conducting an illegal activity and post them in the pigeon holes. In that particular platform, they would expose the illicit activities, and that would expose the corrupt nature of the leaders in Maracas municipality, among other individuals who would participate in corruption. Um, After writing all those points in your essay, it is good that you also come up with a good conclusion. And your good conclusion could be uh, it should be brief, concise, and clear, which means that you have to talk about all that you've talked about in the body paragraphs, but in summary form, that you can end by saying that in conclusion, it is true that technology, just like the Samaritan app, is a double-edged sword that cuts corruption both sides. That is one way in which you can conclude. But there are a variety of ways in which you can conclude, but I have given an example of how you can write a precise conclusion. Thank you for your time. May God bless you. Remember to subscribe to Malim Jeff Bama channel, and God continue blessing.